All right, Luke, this is the last time I'm going to ask you to do anything with any luck. Just give me a little bit of a clap in front of your face. Great.
Reclaim Idaho as an organization is very much volunteer driven. We have currently about 2,000 volunteers all across the state working to get this initiative on the ballot. I'm Luke Mayville, co-founder of Reclaim Idaho, and 7 years ago to this day, July 20th, we had the official kickoff of the Reclaim Idaho organization. There are a lot of people around the state who identify with these campaigns that we've taken on, and they see a clear thread woven through all the things we've done, whether it's healthcare, education, or now this big election reform. I want to just start by recognizing that we have with us two Reclaim Idaho legends. We have Garret and Emily Strizich back here.
My name's Garret Strizich. I'm a Sandpoint native, one of the original co-founders of the Reclaim Idaho movement and organization back in 2016, 2017 with my good friend Luke Mayville.
In that first kickoff event 7 years ago, we talked about the Constitution and the fact that in the Idaho Constitution it says clearly that every Idaho child deserves a quality education.
I had gotten married, wanted to move back here, settle back in my hometown. And Luke was actually living back east. He had recently finished graduate school, was still living out there. And he really wanted to get involved back in local politics because he always saw himself coming back here as well.
So when we're 50th out of 50 states in funding for education, we're actually betraying our own Constitution.
And so we did some organizing around the school levy, ended up getting a school levy similar to the one that had failed actually passed.
We're continuing that this year because the Constitution also says all political power is inherent in the people. And we know that the closed primary election system makes a mockery of that principle.
Luke in high school, he would get along with most people, the cool kids, the jocks, the people that, came from tough backgrounds. And he was just a regular person, right? And people liked him.
Thank you, Don. Thanks for being here.
Our founding principle was that this was going to be a movement based on volunteer energy and time, and that was the only way that we were going to make an impact.
Our top 3 local signature gatherers, we want to give some recognition here. Sally Moon. And then, of course, Rebecca Holland. And each of these 3 collected between 300 and 400 signatures each. Just incredible.
And I know that Luke had that experience working in his local church organization.
The single most important experience for me prior to all this work and really learning how to organize was back around 2013, 2014, when I was challenged by the priest of my Catholic parish to become the volunteer chairperson of the Social Action Committee. And through that work, I really learned just the basics of how to bring people together. It's really simple things like how to recruit people to show up for events and actually make sure they show up, how to really motivate people to stay involved.
And to come today to this kickoff event and see that there's 50, 60 people in a room who are not getting paid. These are local organizers that have come out donating their time, and many of these people, a third of them probably, are the same people that were here in 2016 for our original campaign for the school levy.
We can't reach as many people with face-to-face conversations as we can with paid advertising. But I think you all understand that the quality of that conversation is on a whole different level.
I think he understood the impact, especially after studying political science, that electoral politics has on a community.
For a number of years, I was focusing the vast majority of my time on research and writing about the American founding and the ideas of founding fathers. And along the way on the side, I was doing some kind of volunteer organizing work.
I know that it's important for him to take what he's learned from grad school and his life experience and bring it back to help this community.
And I became very motivated at that time to try something bigger. And that opportunity eventually came when I talked to some old friends in North Idaho.
And for him to say that he doesn't see himself as a leader, that definitely checks out. I think people do look to him as a leader. He still introduces himself, like today, as the co-founder of Reclaim Idaho, which is, I can tell, something that he's really proud about.
So we are reclaiming one of the best traditions in our state by actually trying to live up to that principle that all power is supposed to really belong to the people, all of the people. And really it comes back down to this question, which was the same question of that determined our success in our signature drive, and I really think determines whether our ultimate success as a democracy, which is this question of will enough people just do their part.